Hi, I'm Tim Frost, and when I started this YouTube channel I really thought I ought to get some decent lights. Proper studio lights with diffusers would be the answer, but in the past I recall these being pretty expensive, big and complicated. But a search of trusty Amazon and eBay shows that a lot has changed. Searching for continuous video lighting threw up a large variation of offerings, either softboxes, LED floods and umbrellas, as well as traditional halogen lights, all of them ranging from £40 to £100, that's $50 to $150. I went for cheap and cheerful and hoped for the best. It all arrived quickly and packed well. The 2 stands, 2 heads with 80-watt bulbs and a pair of diffusers and a pair of reflector umbrellas. What's the build quality like? Well, at under $60 for all of this, I wasn't expecting rock solid. The stands are adequate. They don't have to take a lot of weight, as the bulb, fitting and umbrella all together weigh around a pound. The stands go from 60 to 170 centimeters in height, but you can only go so high as they start to wobble. Also, being so lightly made, you couldn't really use them outdoors, as any sort of wind is going to knock these over. The head fittings are rather tidy. I was expecting a screw fitting, but it has a hole with a tightening screw. This works well and can be mounted vertically or horizontally, and you could mount the heads on other stands if you wanted. At a couple of meters, the cable isn't very long, but you're likely to be using these with extension leads anyway. The umbrellas are 85 centimeters in diameter, and if you've ever had a cheap umbrella blown inside out in the wind, you'll know the sort of build quality to expect, so you do need to be a bit careful handling these. If you thought some of the early light-saving bulbs were big, you've seen nothing on these. They are huge. They're rated to last 8,000 hours, and at $20 a pair they're cheap to replace. These lamps have a low heat output compared to a tungsten lamp. At 25 centimeters away you can hardly feel the heat, but they are too hot to touch, so be careful. These lamps produce around 4,000 lumens, and the light output stabilises after a few minutes, so wait a bit before you start filming. I've used the umbrellas, as these give a more diffuse light. The reflectors go the other way around and act a little more like a spot, concentrating the light in the area rather than diffusing it. It's worth experimenting to get the lighting you want. Use one closer and the other a bit further away to kill off the worst of the shadows. Do these lights work? Well, you can see me, you can see the backgrounds, it's a nice even coverage, there's no dark shadows, colour temperature's about right. And the great thing about this is that it's hassle-free. I can work anytime, day or night, just switch the lights on, I'm going to get the same consistent results all the time. Let me know in the comments what your lighting setups are like, because it's always good to share good ideas.